Hey guys, I know this is kind of rare for me, but I'm gonna be doing a rendering tutorial. I'm not really good at explaining things, so this might not be the best, but I hope it kind of helps you. So yeah, let's just get into it. So first, I'm gonna start with a basic sketch, no coloring, no nothing, and no line art because I don't like line art. So of course there are more steps before this, like drawing the sketch, but this is a rendering tutorial, so I'm just gonna show my coloring process. So first I start with a new layer and lower the opacity of the sketch layer, just so it's lighter. I like to make it around the 60s, and I go in under it and do my base colors. So my base colors are done. And now I'm just gonna make an alpha lock layer on the line art and color it. So when you do an alpha lock layer, the colors don't exit the area. So I'm gonna color the sketch just so it looks easier on the eyes, and rendering, it's gonna be much easier if you do this. You don't have to do this though, it's just my preference. I finished coloring the line art, so I'm going to make a new layer and make it multiply. Now I'm going to do these lighting effects. So I'm going to do a pink. Oh, that's way too bright. Lower the opacity a lot. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. And so I'm going to do lighting effects. So I'm gonna erase the areas where the light's gonna be hitting. So I want the light to be coming from here. So I'm just gonna erase areas where the light hits, and it's gonna make this cool lighting effect. Once I've done that, you can go to filters and click change drawing color. So you can change the color of the shadow. I'm doing this dark blue color because I think it looks the best. Kind of desaturated, but it's okay. And I'm gonna higher and lower the opacity to get how dark or how light I want the drawing to be. Now what I do is I take an orange color airbrush and kind of just draw where the light is to kind of make everything flow a lot easier. Now I'm going to make a new layer, and I'm going to start base rendering. Base rendering, it does not mean to go into detail. It just means to like do some light rendering so it's easier on you later. As you can see here, I'm covering all my sketch lines, adding basic shadows, all that. But you don't need to go too into detail now, it's just so it's easier on you later when you do want to add details. Now that I'm done with the base rendering, I'm going to move on to the real rendering. And now I'm going to go much more into detail. So on a higher layer, I'm going to add more shadows, like more sparkles, like just more pizzazz, and I'm gonna make it look less muddy by using dark lines around areas so it looks a little bit more crisp instead of muddy. What I'm doing here is I'm just adding details and making everything like have more harmony and look really good. Since we're drawing Ai from Oshinoko, it's really important for her eyes to be good. So I'm going to do a small eye tutorial. I do the white of the eyes, a off-white color, never a real white color. And I do a gray shadow. I pick a darker purple and put it on the top of the eye. And a lighter purple to put on the bottom as a highlight. I take a red color or a pink color and kind of put it next to the highlight, and a red color for extra details. Then I'm gonna start the star in her eyes with pink. And I'm gonna go over it with the white to add this cool glowing effect like she has. I think it's really important to do this because it just looks good. And I add yellow and blue and just a few more white details to kind of bring her eye together. Now I'm not done with the rendering, but I am going to merge all my layers together to make it more easy for me to continue rendering. Alright, once you think you've finished rendering, erase all the scraps and just ugly lines on the outside that you don't want there, and just kind of clean up the whole drawing, erase all those stray lines. I usually have a lot of these, so I definitely spend some time erasing them, but it does make a difference, so you should definitely erase those outside lines. Now I'm going to adjust the eyes a little bit because they're kind of lopsided, and you should just flip the canvas, adjust whatever you can. I'm gonna do a background now. I wanted to make her look like she's in a dark area, so I'm gonna choose a dark color. Definitely get a harder brush though. And I like to add these screen tone dots to make it look like there's more depth? I don't know. And these 5 lines, you can definitely get these brushes. There's a lot on Pinterest, QR codes, and you'll just find a lot of them, and you can pick whatever one you like the best. I'm going to use the filters to play around with the coloring, so I'm going to change the hues and the saturation and the lightness, and it makes a huge difference because you can really see what looks best with your drawing, and I love this because it makes it look so much better. I'm just going to add some chromatic aberration, is that how you pronounce it? I don't know, but it also makes it look cooler. And I'm going to add some more contrast just so it pops more, and some brightness. So I'm also gonna change the background a little bit. Alright, so I'm gonna do my watermark now, and I love doing this. It makes me feel so accomplished. I'm gonna put it on her hair, and it's just a basic name. I don't really have a fancy watermark. I just like putting my mark there. And I'm gonna add a little heart, and there we go. I think we're done. I'm really proud of this actually. When I first started it, I hated it and I thought it would turn out bad, but it's kind of growing on me. Alright, so here is the final speed paint. It's kind of embarrassing because it looked really ugly at the beginning. But I hope this tutorial kind of helped you because I'm not really good at explaining things and I stutter a lot, so I'm so sorry about that. But I hope you were able to get something out of this. So thank you so much for watching, and I love you. Bye.